Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 12, Week 7, Day 5. So today, of course, we got a new Deep Delve. We went over a video going over everything a little bit earlier today. And with that, of course, we got ourselves a new troop. You can farm a lot of arcane trade stones here, has the nice green-yellow if you don't have like infinite green-yellow arcanes. Well, today or this weekend's the time to get them. And you're pretty much never going to need a green-yellow arcane ever again. But yeah, we have the new Deep Delve layout, which this one actually isn't. However, which one is this guy over here. Where'd it go? Where's Warrens? There it is. It's like right in front of us. But of course, Warrens is a new layout. This layout has quite a bit of treasure room condensed in the middle area. So you can kind of decide and then wipe out the middle and get a bunch of loot that way. Oh wait, I just realized this top audio is off. Let me turn that back on. There we go. Anything else? Okay, anyways. Also, some people might be getting to the stream a little bit later. For whatever reason, my YouTube thing, it does this ever so occasionally, though. It hasn't been doing that recently. It made 2 instances of the stream, and some people may have been in the other instance of the stream. Also, you know what else isn't working because of that? The chat above me, because it is very confused since there was 2 of them, and now there's only 1. I'm not sure why it does that sometimes. It does. I'm trying to update it right now to see if it'll work, though we might also have no chat today. Because I think it's trying to pick up on the stream that doesn't exist. Let's see. Yeah, we're just not going to have chat above us, I don't think. I reset it and it did nothing. Let's see, what if we... No, that didn't work. Yeah, that's probably not going to work. Anyways. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope you guys been... it's finally the weekend. Hope you guys been doing well. Hello, Vermin. Hello, it's YouTube's Flames. Hello, Lester. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Demidora. Hello, Ginky. Hello, Clipbomb. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Emernator. Hello, Clipbomb, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so, of course, main thing we're going to be doing, as already mentioned, the faction events. We already covered a bunch of teams for it, and you know what? I think we're going down the finesse route. Might as well. Though, we do have access to yellow. And you know what team I didn't end up mentioning? Because we do have access to good old yellow. We won't be using it the whole time. But with yellow comes this team. Or you know what team. It's the guard team. Leprechaun. Let's see. Guard. We will switch this because we're going to have to once we reach a certain point. However, we can still get away with this. So might as well for discoloration. And as far as weapon, we just go whatever. How about Aberror Crystal? Not sure why, but I feel like I... Oh, wait, how do you spell Aberror Crystal? Okay, apparently it's not A-B. How do you spell Aberror Crystal? I mispronounced it. Arboreal. There we go. I was gonna say, I probably mispronounce it so much that I can't even spell it correctly, the first 2 letters. But yeah, it's Arboreal. Anyways, let's see. Class could be kind of whatever. Don't really need anything particular. I guess some Brownstorm with some barrier. Not like we're going to die with this team, but just in case. Mostly for the Brownstorm. And I guess since we're doing that, go yellow-brown banner. Even go deeper on the brown rather than the yellow. We could go either way. Is there any color we're not using? No. So yeah, minusing purple's okay. Can minus green as well. Technically, minusing green doesn't matter too much in this situation because it's going to be getting most of its mana back anyways. So we'll just roll with that. It doesn't mind saying anything too important then. Alright, that's the game plan. And we're already about to tier 3, so that should almost be enough by the end of the weekend to end up hitting all rewards. I believe it might be... I believe it's based on our Valraven luck. I haven't done too many just all rewards since the changes that they made. But I believe a tier 3 can make it, but you have to wait till like Sunday before you like get all the way there. Oh, also, as you guys probably saw, it was even during the video. Though we didn't actually do any battles during that one video, did we? However, of course, we do have the New Year skulls. I was mentioning it the other time, too, when we were having the other holiday skulls. I still don't understand why we don't have the ability to change the customization on them. We were able to, like, way back when. You had to do it through the files itself. But, you know, you were able to change how they cosmetically looked. So it'd be cool if, you know, we eventually get a feature that could do so. They already have a billion assets for it. They might as well allow us to change them whenever we want. And hopefully, when they run out of ideas of things to add, that'll be one thing they start adding to the game. Never know, I'll probably eventually get it. So hello, Isabel! Hello, Cookie! Hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I'll get a guard down. Oh, we'll cut down the middle. It's a little easy breezy. Yeah, this faction, not the easiest, not the hardest. Pretty average faction. Pure faction's actually towards the easier side, though, as you do have access to just AoE spam. Though it's dependent on if you get luckier than the enemy, because you do get a lot of random stats effects. And on the final fight, that can sometimes benefit the enemy more than it benefits you. But beyond the very, very last fight, it's pretty straightforward. Isn't this the faction that has the reverse first and final slot too? That's something to factor in. Though, when you're doing pure faction, your first and last slot are literally the same troop. I almost forgot about that. This is that one weird faction that has the flip. One of the easiest ways to do it, Trickster has like a... Well, I can't click on him here. But he has an ability where it like flips your first and final slot while doing some mana accumulation. The best way to counter this is... Well, there's two ways. One is to have basically the same troop in first and last. In this case, we have a mana accumulator in first and last. With the team that we showed earlier, the first and last ends up getting switched with the same exact troop, so it doesn't even matter when we showed the pure faction team. But it is a factor to like slightly consider when you're going through. However, the easiest way to counter that is just go whatever team you want and just let them flip you twice. Because if they flip you twice, you're right back where you were, so it's like your team never moved. So if that is the issue for any team you might be using, just wait till they do it a second time. The other solution is, of course, just win before they even flip you the first time. Though that becomes a little bit harder the deeper you go, of course. To have more of a chance to get it down. Oh, hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. Oh, what do we want here? We'll take a brown. This one's annoying, but not that bad. Yeah, it has a lot of weird mechanics, but most of them are really easy to manage with. Yeah, this was the guy I was talking about. He explodes some gems and then switches the first and last slot. So if that is an issue for your team, just let him do it twice and you're back to normal. Especially if you could isolate the team to just him. Which is a little bit harder given that he's in first slot, so you might accidentally overkill him. But, it's normally manageable. If I'm not mistaken, all 3D center rooms are treasure rooms. Is this fourth one as well? No, it isn't. I wasn't sure because during the video, because it got replaced with the other one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just the center 3 are all treasure rooms. That's okay. It's not a super good layout. It's not a bad layout. It's better than the other layout, though, I do have to say. Though, in all fairness, I believe every single faction's new layout has been better than the first. That's kind of the whole point, is to try to improve upon what it originally had. Though, I'll be curious to see how they did that for some. Because something like City of Thieves, I'd be very curious to see how on earth they improved that. Every room a treasure room. Though there becomes a point where every room being a treasure room could actually reduce your loot rather than increase it. Because there's not as many 1.5 times rooms. So some delves that have like multiple 5 times rooms that also have a bunch of treasure rooms can end up having a higher score. It's one of the other reasons why City of Thieves is so good as well. Because it is not only a billion treasure rooms, but also 2 guaranteed tier 5 rooms. And those 2 guaranteed tier 5 rooms are great for boosting up your percent. So you get more loot from the actual treasure rooms you get. Because a delve that is actually just only treasure rooms, compared to a mix of like treasure rooms and tier 5s, could actually be lower than the one that is, you know, treasure rooms and tier 5s. As those tier 5s, while they give less loot, comparatively, give a higher multiplier that'll make every other treasure room ultimately give more loot. So kind of weird how that can end up becoming. So just because every single room is a treasure room, if we ever do get a delve like that, it doesn't necessarily make it the best delve automatically. Unless they add a bunch more high rarity treasure rooms, which they might in the future. It's actually been a while. I think this is the longest period of time we've ever went without getting new delve rooms. There's a point where we're getting some more like almost every year. And I believe it's been a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere around there, since we have gotten new Underworld battles. Not sure if they're still going to update them or what, but I don't know, it seemed like something that they were going to keep doing slowly over time. But they kind of haven't in a little while. We'll see if they ever get back to it. They mostly did it just to add more variety to Underworld. It also indirectly adds more variety to Tower of Doom, as everything that shows up in Underworld rooms are also Tower of Doom rooms. So it kind of covers 2 modes simultaneously. Though, of course, Tower of Doom happens like once in forever. It's an 11-week time span these days between Tower of Dooms, which is absolutely forever. Oh, hey, also chat above me started magically working. Why? I honestly do not understand that program, like, whatsoever. Like, why it just chooses to not work and then magically work out of nowhere. I wonder how long it's been working now. Because it wasn't at the start of this stream. But now it is. There we go, another floor. Also, I will be doing all rewards this time around. I was pondering it earlier, but given that they've done the orb buff, I figured, might as well. It'll also help us catch up on all the titles, because since I've been skipping it lately, of course, we haven't been getting all the titles. This isn't too big a deal, because similar to pretty much everything in this game, you can end up getting it at a later point. So if you ever miss a title or any cosmetic thing in chat for these days, you just simply get them later. And titles are pretty easy to get. They're only 20 gems each. It takes 3 months until they cycle back, which is double the length of a troop. Normally when a troop comes in and basically is in the drop table and then isn't, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for it to come back. Titles, portraits, emojis are basically double that time, taking approximately 3 months before they come back into the game. So you can still get them at a later point for a small amount of gems. You just have to wait a little bit of time. And the one that we have for this one is, what's the title for this one? I barely use any of them, but Losing My Hair. Which is a funny pun on the rabbit thing. Because it's supposed to be here as in H-A-I-R, but it's referring to here as in the bunny. Funny little wordplay there. So hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. So hello, Sushi Ninja Vidora. Say hi. But yeah, tomorrow is already New Year's Eve. Gosh. We'll have a standard stream tomorrow night. It's not going to go for super long because I am actually doing some things for New Year's Eve. However, we will still be here for our standard 8 to 9, as we pretty much always are. Oh, so is that the stream that everyone's disliking us for not hitting level 1,800? Definitely need some notifications for your stream. Yeah, I think the notification got ruined this time because for whatever reason, YouTube hasn't had this bug for a while. Though it did just create 2 versions of my stream. And I think that caused an issue for some people. As far as the alert system or even finding it today. It does that ever so occasionally. It's the first time it's done in a couple months, but it does tend to do it every now and then. I'm not sure why, I only clicked the button once, but it created 2 instances of it. And of course I deleted the other instance. So hello, Luan. Welcome, welcome. Always late. I don't know. This just has to do mostly with YouTube's notification thingy. Unless I start posting onto like Twitter or something else. Which I used to for like Facebook, a little bit for Twitter and stuff, but then we just completely stopped using it. And now we kind of just hope on YouTube's natural notification system to actually function. Which it very much doesn't like to do so a lot of time. Has 69 dislikes tomorrow. Hey, that reminds me, let me go get my water. I have it by the bed. Good old refreshing water. Hey, where were we? One-shotting this thing. Oh, that reminded me too. I don't have armor set. I should probably go do that. We do not have... Oh, so I got war coins today, by the way. If you haven't gotten the 2 new warbands, they're not too bad. Particularly the Hunter pack had probably one of the better warbands in the game. Also, now we have 880 of these coins and nothing to use them on. Because buying these over again is very, very low value. I guess you can get lucky on some trait stones, but obviously earlier on in the game, like, you know, that's kind of okay. But later in the game, not a single one of these things like even remotely enticing. Copies of troops we don't need. Copy of trait stones we don't need unless we get like really lucky with Celestial. But honestly, that's a pretty good chance for Arcane. I never realized how high of an Arcane chance that is. That is an 8.4% to get 1 to 3. From a new player perspective, that's actually not too bad. Some useless amount of souls and the other thing. It's like so bad later in the game. Anyways, yeah, we'll do that later. I came here to switch to armor, though. Hey, how we doing on World Event? Oh, the guild's pretty much done. Good job, guild. Are we dead last? Almost, not quite. We're getting there. Anyways, let's go to the other mode. Dislike stream tomorrow. See if we can get a dislike record. I wonder what it would do to the YouTube algorithm thingy. If we just have our random stream that gets like dislikes into the ground. Well, if you don't see the notification for the January 1st stream, you'll know why. That'd be funny if it actually affects it or not. Actually, it'd probably be our most disliked stream because I don't think we've ever had a stream have more than like 3 dislikes. Or maybe 4. At least Gems of War streams anyways. Oh, even on Gems of War streams, can't really think of any. It's easier to get Discord notifications than to rely on YouTube's true. I feel like the only time YouTube gives a good notification, like a timely one, is through the phone. If you're on like any other device, it feels like it doesn't. Like sometimes even if you're looking directly at the page and you know there's like a video or something coming up at a given time, like sometimes you don't even see it until minutes later, even if you're like refresh spamming on that page and it's already up. It's very strange. You watch reruns of Happy Days, nice. I can't think of any series like that I'm nostalgic for. Other than, I guess, some cartoons from way back when, like very late 1990s, early 2000s, which was pretty much the animation renaissance for the most part anyways. And it kind of went downhill from there. Few down, many more to go. Also, I see they still haven't fixed that glitch. That has been here since the beginning of factions existing. Also, these layouts are so similar, I barely even notice when they change. Even though they're drastically different in that one's basically a circle and the other one's a double circle, they both seem the same because they're both circular shape. This is a new layout, though. But they both seem so similar, even though they actually are kind of different. Good evening, Sir Michael. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think our main goal is to get to like 100 in Delves here today. Oh, also, I'm not going to be doing the dungeons today. I'll be clicking on the rooms, but I won't be doing the battles. Because one other video that I wanted to get around to that I didn't have time today that I do want to go do, the new, the level 20 Delve teams. I wanted to cover that before tomorrow. It might not be up until tomorrow, but I wanted to cover it before tomorrow. As far as recording it, which means we'll need those battles. So we'll click on the rooms during the stream, but we're not actually going to battle them, oddly enough. Unless it's a perfect, in which case we might. Though I highly doubt we're going to get a perfect today, but you never know. That'd be kind of funny if we did. I think we'll get to about floor 100. Technically, I guess floor 130 would be the halfway point. Because normally getting to about 230 is all the way. But we're not even going to have the sigils to go all the way anyways, even if we wanted to today. Because buying tier 3 definitely requires the other 2 days amount of sigils. Even tier 4, I think you still have to wait till Saturday's sigils. Yeah, it looks like on our 1,800 goal, we'll end up reaching level 1,782. Which means we're going to be 18 levels short. Any special stream on New Year's? We'll be doing our standard stream. We'll hand out a few extra codes. But nothing particular planned. Other than, though there is a special video planned. Though it might be New Year's Day rather than New Year's Eve. But I wanted to cover a video on all the mythics. And should be able to get that up tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely on New Year's Day. But as far as a stream, it's pretty much going to be standard stream, just with more codes. We'll have a special video for New Year's, though. Which is funny, because 2 years ago, I actually covered the other one. The Mythic tier list for, at the end of 2019, which, you know, was basically 2020 at that point. Yeah, we're doing the same thing again 2 years later. Actually, no, that would be 3 years later, right? Oh, no, never mind. That would actually be 3 years later if we did it in that date. Wait, did I do it in 2020 or 2021? I don't remember now. Yeah, that'd be 3 years if it was the other one. The other way. Has it been that long? I could have sworn it was 2 years. I'm pretty sure it is 2 years, because 2 years ago was when Ironhawk came out, and that was like the last major mythic that wasn't in the video. Was Ironhawk. And it came out 2 years ago. What's in the box? We will eventually say what's in the box. At some point. Eventually. Also, can you not get submerged? That'd be great. Luckily, we have an anti-submerge option. Oh no! He reorganized my team and put my most important troop into first slot. This would be very problematic if we're actually in a deeper delve. You have to grind to level 1,800 by the end of the night. I'm pretty sure that's physically impossible. If we spent every second from now until New Year's Day, or, you know, until 2023, there is not enough time between now and New Year's Day to grind that many levels. Because even if we were doing it perfect optimally, it's at least 2 hours per level. And we would need 18 levels, which is 36 hours, which is more time than even exists in that time frame. Sounds like slacking and giving up. Oh no, we did the same thing last year. Last year was the first time we never hit 100 levels in a year. We were like level 1,690 or something. And then we got the other ones in January. The same thing's going to happen again. Though this time it's going to be like mid-February. We just keep moving it back slightly. Because this was not the first year we didn't get 100 levels in a year. That trend started last year. June 30th? Wait. What do you mean June 30th? It would have been in December. Wait, what? Why does it say June 30th? Do you mean December 30th? Because there's no way it wasn't in December. Because I'm almost guarantee every mythic tier list we ever covered was in December. Or technically January if it was going into New Year. Yeah, that's the one. Mythic tier list, end of 2020. Yeah, December 31st, 2020. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, that's the one. So it has been 2 years then. Okay, so I was right. It was 2 years ago. That's what I thought. Because the main reason for that is Ironhawk came out 2 years ago, and that was the main one not in the previous one. Because it came out of February of 2021? Or March of 2021, somewhere around there. Yes, all the traits for your hero only applies when it's on your team. That is correct, Alon. So if you put 4 troops without any weapon, you don't get any benefit. But yeah, your hero class is pretty much irrelevant if you're not using it on your team. So you can just kind of set it to whatever. Ironhawk gets his own Uber tier. It actually does. Actually, I did something funny with it on the tier list that you will see when we make the tier lists. Or finish the tier list, I should say. I have most all of it organized. I mostly just need to finish up the list and actually record it. With the actually recording part being probably the most annoying thing. It's going to be like 2 to 3 hours of talking about every mythic. And explaining everything. I was taking some notes on some of them. As long as it's like halfway coherent, it should be fine. There's just so many mythics these days. We talk about all of them in one sitting. Especially now that we have boss rarity troops. Something that we didn't really have much prior. Because if I'm not mistaken, the last time we covered a tier list video, I believe Zolgoth was the only boss rarity troop. Now we have like 9, I think? Some number. Oh no, even more than 9, because I forgot the 7 gem dragons. Skip the uninteresting ones? No, I'm covering all of them. Though it is covering it from top to bottom rather than bottom to top. So I'm starting with like the highest tier and going to the bottom. Rather than starting from the bottom and going to the top. So we're doing it in relevancy order. Though it's still relevant to know what's at the bottom, just so you know what not to craft. But yeah, I'm doing it in like inverse order. So we're like starting with the highest tier and going to the lowest tier when we're explaining them. Was he even boss rarity then? Yes, Zolgoth has always been boss rarity. He's never not had the red border. Oh yeah, it was the February mythic. Yeah, that was a troop that came out that I joked about at the time. That we need to go redo the mythic tier list video 2 months after the fact. When Ironhawk ended up coming into the game. Oh, so we're so close to that level. Not quite gonna make it, though. Oh, might by the end of the stream. See, we would have worked towards our goal. We're about to get another level. Still gonna be 18 off, though. So we'll hand out a code after this battle. I said once we get to 100. And that will be 100. Not 100's completion, but, you know, we'll be at 100. I might go also do 100. We are starting to reach the point where it stops one-shotting, though. Which is not ideal. That does make sense. It normally goes to about 100 and falls off. That is what this team tends to do. Which is also why I wanted to stop around that area, because good stopping point since we'd have to change our team anyways. Alright, let's go ahead and code, and then we'll go run more floor here. And then we'll go do all the other things. But let's go ahead and code. Where's my code section at? There goes go. Oh, why is it not going? There's a redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code you found in your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters starting with XM. And give same loot as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Yes, Isabel always with the perfect link. Thank you, Isabel. Greatly appreciated. Actually, there was a person who thought, actually a couple people in the past, who thought Isabel is a bot just because she posts the link like at the most perfect times. That has happened in the past. Like people legitimately thinking Isabel's a bot. Oh, 1 HP. Also, I really like the old troop art that Troop used to have. I'm not sure why they removed it. It's one of the only few troops in the entire game that has got its art removed and changed for something else. Once it was already in the game. And the art it had before was way better. And we can't prove that Isabel is not a bot. Oh, we got mail. I assume that's the redeem code. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Phoenicia was slightly changed. Though it was done before it was released. Oh, why'd I do that? We already had full mana on literally everything. So, whoops. I didn't think we'd get that good of a cascade. I underestimated the power of a starting turn explosion. Oh, he has Submerge, doesn't he? Whoops. I underestimated the power of Submerge as well. Alright, this is a weird situation, as you need mana to function, as we do not have a win condition otherwise. There we go. I'll catch you later, Clip-On. Thanks for stopping by. Also, look at those arcane drops. 4 arcanes for a single dungeon run. That is insane. But yeah, if you need green, yellow, arcane, you can get all you will ever need this weekend. There's just so many drops. Oh, there we go. We're almost halfway done with the dungeon. But we'll stop there for now as far as battles. Ooh, Orb of Forging. Or, you know, not with all battles, but, you know, with this mode for now. Oh, there we go. 20 forgings. There we go. Update our number. Alright, so, next order of business. Not that. Let's go change over to magic. And clear out everything else. Also claim the redeem code we just handed out. Alright, what's on adventure board today? Oh, nothing, I see. Wow, that is pitiful. That's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Alright, let's see what we get today. Boom. Oh. Oh. Is it? Oh. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to play Guess That Room. Which door is correct door? There we go. Which door is correct door? 4, 5, 6. May you choose wisely. And we'll grab Dragonite. Also, I'll go with whichever one gets the highest votes today. Instead of clicking 4. Unless 4 wins, in which case we're still clicking 4. Let's see. What was I trying to find real quick? We did that, we did that, we did that. We haven't done world events. Oh yeah, done. We haven't done Crinkle Miss. How could I forget? Though in all fairness, the only reward left is the Power Orb, but I still gotta get that Power Orb. Oh yeah, we forgot the Crinkle Miss battles. Can't forget those. Oh, let me start doing these, or at least one of them real quick while we're waiting on the poll. It looks like 5 is winning. People do like the 5. My concern is the second I don't click 4, it's going to be 4. Like, there is a 100% chance if I don't click 4, it'll be 4. That's how it works. We'll find out. Good old infinite truffle. There we go. I almost forgot to do these battles. Definitely don't forget, you still have today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Of course, we have all the important loot, which is 1 Winter's Armor, 1 Cursed Crinkle, and 6 bags. 5 to get the initial bag max, and 1 more to get the golden bag. So as long as you have 1 copy of golden bag there, you're good to go on pets. But I do want to also get the Orb of Power, which is why we're still going. Because might as well. Only a couple hundred gems for Orb of Power. Definitely not a bad deal. Alright, looks like 5 is winning. So, you know what that means. Let's click on 5. Oh, it was. It actually was. Ooh, well, I guess we're covering the video tomorrow because we got a perfect run. All right, let's use our standard team. 5 was indeed correct. Oh yeah, we have to give out the extra code now, don't we? Oh, we'll do that in a little bit since we just handed one out. How do I end poll? There we go. 5 was indeed correct. Yeah, we'll hand out a bonus code in a little bit. We kind of just handed out one, so we'll wait just a little bit of time. And we'll also have 3 codes tomorrow night as well for New Year's. Also reminds me, I need to go ask Kafka for more codes. We have enough for like a week and a half. We'll be fine. Also, thank you for the $2 tip, Isabel. Greatly appreciate it. Let me not make sure to accidentally misclick one of these. That'd be bad. Because that's like 100. Actually, what is it at level 20? Is will actually confirm how much Dragonite we get as well. I want to say 120, right? Because we were getting like, what, 118 earlier? That sounds like the right number. Because whatever we're about to get is the max amount you can get from a perfect dungeon. Yeah, it is 120. Okay, that's what I thought. That's a little unfortunate. I guess we'll take some red. Gotta get a Zolgoth in there. Ooh, that's a big Zolgoth miss, but that means we get a big convert there. Gosh, how is he missing so much? Missing like every cast. Has Zolgoth hit a skull a single time this entire battle? That was so many misses. Yeah, nice, 120. Alright, so it is what we thought. It just keeps going up by 2, so that makes sense. Yeah, 120 is not bad at all. That's basically 600 gems saved. If we were going to buy it with gems. Ah, there it is, 120. Nice. Cool. Alright, there we go. Should I click the traps just to see what they were? Might as well. I already grabbed the other... Oh, you know what that means? We actually have enough to go to an egg. Do you think so? Oh gosh, Web would have been so annoying. Wait, was that just Deathmark Web? Oh, that would have been so bad. But, what was I looking for? I was looking for... Oh yeah, my orb. I think I can craft an egg right now. Is today the day we finally get the egg? Alright, here we go. What dragon do we need? We need brown. Brown is the only one we're missing. No, yellow. Alright, what are our numbers on Gem Dragons? We are at 22554. Wonderful. Oh, at least we have 4 Topasarfs now. Any other one want to go way over? And I don't understand why they wouldn't make it so once you have 4 copies of it, you would stop getting as a drop. Like, there's no reason we should have 5 Ruberefs and 5 Saphiraxes. But yeah, how many eggs are we in? We are currently 10, 14, 18. We are 18 eggs in without it. Yeah, we've bought Dragonite every day since it has existed. There's not been a single day we have missed getting the daily Dragonite. And we are currently at 18 Gem Dragons without a, without the brown one. Oh, we're doing. Oh yeah, there's nothing here. So we finish out every event except Kris Kringle. And technically the World event, so I might do the World event a little. How about the guild? Because by the time we log in tomorrow, it'll definitely be done. We were banned for 1 day. Technically for about 30-ish hours. However, the time, or actually closer to 28 hours or so. However, the time that 24 hour or so ended up lasting made it so we didn't actually miss a single day. As weird as that may seem. Because it happened in a way where we were able to play before the ban and after the ban. Because we were literally, you know, we finished every single daily when we got banned. And then the day after, we got banned before the end, or unbanned before the end of the day. So I actually was able to play without missing a single day despite being banned for over 24 hours. Just because we did all of our dailies right literally as we got banned. You know, it was live on stream last Saturday when we got banned. So we finished every single daily then. But then the following day we got unbanned before the end of day occurred. Causing us to essentially miss 0 days. Despite being banned for like 28-ish hours. Which is kind of funny. Being banned for over a day, but not missing a day. But it just works out because of how the day cycles work. Because I was still able to do all my battles for the Kris Kringle event. I was still able to do all the adventure board, you know, everything else of importance. Even the dungeons and all that. Including the Dragonite. You have 9 yellow dragons? That's kind of insane. Do you have all of them, though? Or are you still missing the one? Hey, this board is horrible. I would like a new one. That's good enough. Doubling 22. I think we're gonna get full mana. Just possibly. Last stream. How do you cast a spell without clicking on cast? You can use controller. Oh yeah, if you've seen some of my other videos, you can use a controller for it and use a combination of mouse plus controller. Also, if you're playing on any platform that is controller only, you actually do all casting without it. But on PC, you could do it with a combination of controller plus keyboard, or controller plus not controller plus keyboard. I mean controller plus mouse. Yeah, I did it with a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con because it's a one-handed controller and ends up working out pretty well for it. Yep, no problem. Basically, you just bind the confirm button to A, or you know whatever button you want it on. Though do make sure you do it through the Steam thing. Because if you do it through some kind of third-party program, it could try to ban your account. As long as you do it through the natural Steam thing. Or, you know, basically, if Steam can pick up your controller, and it's the default button press for your controller, it should be fine. But you can't set up, like, macros or anything. Otherwise, it will try banning your account, even if it's just for a single button press. Do I have any program that connects the controller No, just the internal Bluetooth in the laptop. And then Steam just naturally picks it up. Right, there we go. Now the question is, will we actually reach the orb of power? I'm doing this to reach the orb of power, but are we actually going to reach it? Let's see, we have 2 days left. With 2 days, let's bring out the calculator. Let's make sure we have enough. So on average, we're going to be getting about 34 per battle. 34 times 12 is 408. Oh, I will need to do 100. So it'll end up ultimately costing us 250 gems or 300, one or the other, to get a power orb. Is that worth it? Kind of, even though power orbs are kind of useless these days. But yeah, like 300 gems for a power orb, that's not bad. But yeah, we'll have to throw down 100 gem, either tomorrow or Sunday, in order to reach the power orb, it looks like, if my math is correct. As we will be off by about 40-ish. So we will need that last little extra push to go over the edge. It's not too big a deal for a power orb. Oh, I did get the bag, right? Let me double check. Yeah, we definitely did, because we maxed it out earlier. Actually, easy way to bring it up. Chris Crinkle. Wait, did we not? Wait. Yeah, we definitely did. If we go to Keyzale, because I remember seeing double bag. Wait, is it not called Chris Crinkle's thing? Oh, it's called Crinkle. Wait, why did it not come up then? Yeah, we have it. Actually, we'll even equip it. There we go. Yeah, we did it. Anyways. Alright, so, next order of business. We've done everything. Though, I guess we'll go help our guild with the world event. It's probably the last day we bother with this, as our guild will be done by tomorrow night. Might as well help them with some points. Same team we've been using. Yeah, Gems of War is kind of weird because it only has like partial controller support. Like, to a degree, it, like, doesn't support controllers, but also does. Like, it has the functionality to support controllers. But if something doesn't function, they're like, oh, well, we're just going to leave it like that forever. So there's, like, few bugs when using controllers that are within the game. Which is really weird, because they have platforms dedicated to, you know, like, controller only. But the way that controller works on Steam is a lot different than the controller works on, like, a different platform, like PlayStation or Xbox or Switch. But their current stance on controller is pretty much like, if it works, that's fine. If it doesn't, then oh well. Is pretty much their stance on controllers. There's a lot of controller bugs in the game. Most of them are lag related, oddly enough. Oh, it's Crinkle. That's why. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's Crinkle Stack, not Chris Crinkle Stack. I forgot how much damage that does. It's mostly because we have so much spell damage. I always underestimate how much damage we get from the extra spell damage. Because I'm used to the normal numbers. So in my head, I'm always thinking the normal damage range that it has. But in this mode, it has way higher damage range than that standard number. But my brain just always thinks the default number of how much damage range it normally has. But in this mode, when spell damage, it is substantially higher. Like, way, way, way higher. Right, there we go. Oh, so close. Look, we almost pushed it over the edge. I'll summon in our guild wall tomorrow. Oh, there we go. Only 1,000 points off. Someone in our guild will get it. Let's go switch back. And I guess we'll do some Explore 12 runs. Because I don't want to start Volkies right now. Or that, or we could do more Delves. You're going to have to do them eventually anyways. Let's see, because otherwise we finished, I believe, everything. Crinkle's done. World event, the guild will carry the rest. Oh yeah, we get Guild Wars next week. I don't think they're going to delay that. There was some mention because of all the bans that they should delay it. I don't think they are. Also, Adventure Board. Gosh, that's one of the worst Adventure Boards I've ever seen. I think it's tied worse because I think we've seen that exact Adventure Board before. 2 of the smaller trait stones with the second smallest trait stone with it. Anyways, let's go run a couple Explore 12s. I feel like we've been neglecting the mode. Also, who knows? Maybe we can finally see the Curse Gnome. I still haven't seen one yet. Oh, there's only one problem with that. I do have to change this to, You know what? Let's just run the other thing then. I forgot. I don't want to change that team, even though it's just a hero class switch. If nothing else, at least we can go change our team for this. We'll go use our deep team that we mentioned. So the level 100 to 500 one, which is good old High King Iron Gut. This is the more offensive version of it, which means you can die if you use this version. Because if your Iron Gut dies, you lose, which is concerning. But there's a solution to that. Don't die. The safer method is put like Hero as a mana accumulator in first slot. But then you can't run Fiend Fire, so you'd have to sacrifice one of your other mana accumulators for, like, you'd basically have to make your hero into a mana accumulator, and then switch out for hero being tank in first slot instead. Oh yeah, let me go hand out the second code. We did get a perfect dungeon earlier, so let me go do that. I did forget to hand out the second code. Let me do that now. Also, I have enough code for one more week. So hopefully Kafka gets us covered soon. Normally she does that at the beginning of a month. And I say that as in normally. I use the word normally lightly. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she forgets for a while. But assuming she doesn't, we should have more codes in the next few days. Also, my right arm has been hurting so much lately. Not sure why it's been so sore. Or because I'm just sleeping on it weird or something. My right arm and my right leg, so it probably has to do something with sleeping. But it's weird because a lot of times, well, maybe not a lot of times, but I do sleep on my left side as well. Yeah, like my entire right side's like sore. So you're a righty. I am right-handed for everything. Like, my left hand is literally just for grabbing things. It can't really function to any usable degree. Oh, that, I guess, in typing. It also does arrow keys very well for whatever reason, my left hand. Like, whenever I do a game, which I don't normally play too many games like this, but any game that requires arrow key movement, like, you know, like D-pad or like WASD, I always use my left hand. Even if you can only use the arrow keys, which are on the right side of the keyboard, I will still use my left hand for it. Because for whatever reason, my left hand does it really well. I also noticed there's like a weird movement pattern that my fingers can do, that only my left hand can do, and my right hand doesn't understand how to do it. And it is, if you try, try moving your fingers in order of your 3 middle fingers. Try moving them right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, and keep alternating that. If you can do that, let me know. I cannot do that with both hands. My right hand cannot do that for whatever reason. It keeps wanting to do 3 in a row. Like, it'll do 3 in a row, but it doesn't understand how to do middle and then go back. Or if it does it like much slower. Whereas my other hand can do it very quickly. Where you like double tap on middle. It's one of the reasons why I normally use it for D-pad stuff as well. I'm not sure why, but my right hand does not understand how to do that. Like, it does, but it does it at, like, such a slower rate. Compared to my left hand. It's like one of the only few things my left hand does, like, vastly superior than my right hand. Lester. That's not what that is for. Though it probably has applicable usage as well. Oh, so I was like, wait, he's webbed, he can't hit it. But that actually doesn't matter. He only cares if he's entangled. Web actually means nothing on Iron Gut. Because his Devour rate is based on his attack value, not his magic value. Cookie. Also, I have this weapon here for the purpose of cursing. I don't think I've done it a single time for its actual purpose. I've just been using it as an AoE poke. A left-handed or a right-handed thumbs up? I'd say I probably always do it with my right hand. This will probably be the final set of battles we do then. I don't know, most everything I do with my right. There's very few things I do with my left that it actually does better than the right hand. And it mostly has to do with weird pattern stuff. Because my right hand is too aware of its movement. Which makes it hard to, like... It tries to overthink some movement. Which makes it function slower compared to my left hand. It's one of the reasons why I can actually type pretty well with my left hand as well. Though I probably mistype more with my left hand, but it probably types quicker. If that makes any sense. Like, my left hand types quicker, but less accurate. Whereas my right hand types slower, but more accurate. Even though I'm right-handed. Which leads to some weird situations where the syntax of a word is out of order sometimes. Because the left hand will type it quicker. This is the joke. I know, what was the joke? That's the tacit. Oh wait, also, I like how when we actually need this weapon, I refuse to actually use it a single time. Like, I'm trying to, like, dodge the fact that we can't kill him with Devour. And then I keep not using the Curse Breaker thing to actually curse it so we can kill it. Like the exact instance we need it, and I keep not using it. There we go. Accidental 18 plus stream. I didn't make it 18 plus. You guys are making 18 plus. You have over 1 million gold keys. Nice. I wonder if anyone's hit 10 million yet. I'm not even halfway to 1 million, I don't think. I also don't take tribute that often compared to some people, which is where most of those gold keys come from. Where are we at on gold keys? We are at... Hey, we are at 500,000 finally. We actually probably reached that within the last week, oddly enough. Oh, we're at 500,000. We're getting there. I don't think we're ever going to hit 1 million on them. Though I have opened a decent number of them in the past. But not too many recently. If anyone else has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. As soon as we finish out this faction floor, we'll probably call it a wrap for now. Though we will go through the entirety of the faction this weekend, might as well. Since Orbs got the buff, and this is the first faction event since the Orb buff. So worth utilizing. That won't save your YouTube ban. Oh, why did I do that? I could have just killed it with a skull, though. I guess cascading a skull is also a skull. Also, hey, for New Year's night, we're not going to hit level 1,800. But hey, I can get you guys a level. We'll hit 1,782. 18 short of the goal. So you'll still hit a milestone. I was going to say, you better not hit Devourer. That would have been very bad. Oh, we don't have a skull anywheres. Now we do. Could we get banned for New Year's? No. Alright, there we go. Now we got another reward. Unfortunately, it's one of the useless ones. We still have a few good ones coming up. We got a Vault Key and 3 orbs. Fortunately, the orb's all the way at the end. Well, we'll get there. By level 230, I believe we get all loot. So we're pretty much halfway there. I'll need tomorrow's sigils and Sunday sigils to go all the way. You were scared claiming code for the map? It's fine. Actually, you could even spam the other map. It's not going to trigger for it. Because it's not based on map accumulation. It's based on map accumulation as a result of battle. Like, you could just keep clicking buy 200 over and over again and it won't ban you. But if you somehow did that as a result of battle, it would. Because that was what was triggering the thing, most likely. The fact that it was as a direct result of battle. And it seemed like the gold event thing was also triggering it, potentially. The little gold thing that you get from this. Because they probably didn't have any kind of identification in the game to make it so it tracks the plus 10. So the game might have thought that you were hacking in extra points for the event, when all you were doing was using a golden holiday battle. But it might not have had a tracker to identify the difference, which would have made it think that you were adding extra points that you weren't supposed to be getting. Which could have been the other thing that was causing it. It was probably that plus the maps, if I had to guess. Since they both kind of happened at the same time. Anyways, guys. That'll wrap it up for now. Next time we come back, we are going to be doing the New Year's stream, kind of. Well, you know, standard, but stream. But we'll have a few extra codes, have a bit of fun. And, yeah, go from there. And then after that, we'll be in the new year, 2023. I do plan to have 2 videos up soon. One of them will probably be on New Year's Day. Like, at this point, tomorrow we'll probably have the one up on the teams for level 20 dungeons. And then either later tomorrow or on New Year's Day, we will end up having the good old Mythic tier list video that I've been meaning to cover for a little while now. And we'll have the updated version of that with all the Mythics. And gosh, there's a lot of them. There's over 100. It's going to be a long video. Realistically, it's planned to be 2.5 to 3 hours long. Probably most of the useful information will be in the first half hour to an hour, but we will be going over literally every Mythic in the entire game if you're interested about any. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good New Year's if I don't end up catching you guys then. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.